What's up, guys? That Really Ghost Guy here, and you guys will be watching this the day after Halloween. So Halloween's over. Last time you'll be seeing this pumpkin head until next Halloween, but it was good while it lasted. Anyone who took part in the Halloween themed mission or whatever got a little bit of goodies out of it. Also, the Halloween color palette was available, so hopefully you managed to pick that up. That's something that won't be back until next Halloween as well, and especially for newer players, it is good to kind of get some color palettes so that you can do a little bit more customization on your frames. So I didn't really show the Halloween-themed missions or whatever because a lot of people went and did that and showed that, and it's out on YouTube all over the place. And it's no different from the one that took place last year, unfortunately. So I don't know. It wasn't too big of a deal, and I don't know. It was kind of boring. Kind of boring because it was done last year. It was nothing new, nothing that I really wanted to cover all that much. I did it just for the sake of grabbing the awards and whatnot, but it's alright. So I wanted to jump in and do this video to kind of talk a little bit, talk with our pumpkin head rhino. Pretty cool. I figured I just would throw it on my orange rhino because the color match and all that stuff. Kind of cool. But let's get through this exterminate. It's just a basic alert, and hopefully we can talk about everything we pretty much need to talk about in the episode. So I want to talk a little bit about the Devstream happenings and kind of talk about what's been going on the channel a little bit. And a lot of you guys have probably seen so far if you've been watching the daily stuff. I've been doing some assassination missions. So those assassination missions, I've basically been going through the game, doing all the assassinations. So far, up until, like, Ambulus. I just filmed Ambulus shortly before this video. You guys will see that video in a couple days. I did everything solo, so I'm going to go in and try and do Keladathame solo as well. I don't know if I'll be able to pull that off, just because I'm not very familiar with her battle. I'm assuming I can pull it off one way or another. I probably could, but if it comes down to it, if just for the sake of time, I might do it in a party. But you guys can check that out when that comes out, and then I'll be continuing on to. I don't think there are. Oh no, there's got to be at least one more boss. There's Keladathame, and I can't think of another boss that's guaranteed on one, like the stationary enemy. Oh, well, I do have to go back and do what's his face, Vayhek. So I got to do Vayhek. I also am gonna have to do the Derelict. That guy just stole my Soma, so you're gonna get the Twin Gurkatas. How do you feel about that? So I do have to go back and do that. I need to do. Like I said, the Derelict. I also have to do. I have to get the parts for the infested LAV. There are the mobile bosses, such as Forward. Forward should be an easy one that I could go do. There is. Obviously, the Juggernaut. I don't know if I'm gonna bother with the Juggernaut because I've killed the Juggernaut a few times throughout, the missions and all that stuff. I mean, I suppose I could do it, but the problem with the mobile ones is I have to record and hope that the boss shows up, so that would be a little bit of a problem. The Stalker is a hunter. The Goostrog 3 is a hunter, so it's going to take time for me to cover those. The Harvester, which is kind of like the Zanuka, I'm also going to have to hope will come after me. The Goostrog 3, I don't think I said the Goostrog 3, but the Goostrog 3 also are going to have to chase me down. So those are all ones that are potentially going to take some time. I got to get. That jerk is up there. Okay. Hopefully he can't shoot me. Well, he can shoot me a little bit. But, yeah, so I'm kind of looking forward to doing those in time. But like I said, I can't just go do those right off the bat. I have to get the Stalker. I've already marked by the Stalker like a lot because of all the assassinations I've done. But the Goostrog 3, I'm gonna have to do 5 infestation or the 5 invasion missions or whatever with the Grenier in a row, and I'm gonna have to do the Corpus in order to get the Harvester after me. All a little bit complicated, so those might take a little bit of time to get around to those. And I think there's a couple others. You can't fight currently, I think it's called the Lockjaw, which is an enemy. A lot of people may not even remember about this boss, but he's an enemy that was during an alert, and we haven't gotten him in the tile set or anywhere so far. So that will return. I don't know if it'll ever return, but currently it is not capable of battling. That one, honestly, I don't think I could ever solo it until like way endgame, until I've got basically every mod in the game and formas like crazy, because that one is it's a little bit complicated. It's kind of a puzzle, a battle, and whatever. But let's get off the assassination topic just because we're halfway through the mission. We got to talk about some of the Devstream stuff. So Devstream had quite a bit they wanted to talk about. I do just quickly want to touch base on the Nova skin, or not Nova skin, the Mag skin, and I'm gonna try to remember to get a snapshot and put it in the video. Hopefully, if I can find one online. I'm sure it's in the forums or something somewhere, but I'm also gonna have to remember to slip that in here somewhere. So if that is it, or if I manage to catch that, that'll go up on the screen right now. But I think it's a pretty cool skin. It's a pretty cool design. However, they've kind of hinted at quite a few deluxe skins already, and that one's kind of a ways out as far as I know. And obviously Ash is coming up here shortly, which I'm pretty excited about. Also, what was the other one they've shown? They showed a little. I think they showed a touch of a Zephyr skin, but I don't know if Zephyr's anywhere near close to completion. It was kind of just. I think it started out as a community thing, and they kind of just quickly sculpted it to kind of see what it would look like. But I don't know if they're following that idea. Maybe they're leaving it up to the community to do some Tenogen stuff. I don't know. But there's that. There is also the fact that we're going to be able to play the the second Dream again. And I'm excited for that because I didn't do it on my channel. And I kind of went about doing it a pretty cool way where I used different Prime Warframes. And ultimately I came down with one of my favorite Warframe designs to finish off the last mission. So I kind of want to repeat it in that sense, as I kind of want to make it a little bit story driven. Basically, the way I kind of have it sculpted out is as though the prime frames were kind of called upon to, well, obviously the Tenno, but the Tenno decided to utilize the prime frames because of their obvious skill set and their ability set to go in and take care of all those missions. So I kind of did them back to back, almost as though they all happened pretty much simultaneously, so that the Stalker was being chased after and all the things were getting done very quickly by multiple Warframes at the same time. And then lastly was them basically coming together, and my version of Excalibur Prime, who is just a basic Excalibur because I wasn't able to get Excalibur Prime, went in and basically was the one to compete with the Stalker. And just the way the cinematic played out looked fantastic with the way I had my Warframe set up. So I'm probably going to mimic that similar thing. I kind of spoiled a lot of the designs and stuff, but if you guys check it out, you'll be able to see kind of what I mean by by how I played it out and how cool it looks. But hopefully you check that out when it comes out. And if you haven't played the Second Dream, honestly, I highly suggest you play it for yourself before you see the video. It's too awesome of a quest to spoil. If you've played other quests and all that stuff, the Second Dream is quite literally, like, I don't want to say the content is so much greater in the Second Dream, but it holds so much value, at least in my heart, than any other quest in the game so far. So I feel like it's a quest that I would never want to spoil without playing it for myself. So it's up to you guys, obviously, if you guys want to spoil it or you guys want to check it out check it out for yourself and then check back. But I'm gonna have fun with it, so it'll be up on my channel when we have the ability to replay the mission. One thing I'm a little bit curious about is they're bringing back some of the other quests as well. Not at the same time as the Second Dream, because that's all going to take some time. But I'm wondering if we're also going to be getting the same loot that comes from those quests, because if I can acquire another, let's see, like an Atlas or an Inaros or whoever that we can no longer get without platinum anymore, I would obviously replay those to get those parts. But I'm not sure that's going to be a thing, because if we can farm Warframes like that, it kind of deteriorates the reason to buy them with platinum anymore. But I don't know. They aren't necessarily cheap to build, so it's possible to keep them in. But that's kind of interesting. I also was thinking about the obviously the War Within was a little bit hinted in. Well, it was a little bit hinted at. They didn't cover too much about it. They're saying that for sure they refuse to postpone the War Within again. So November is essentially their promise. But I mean, I'd like to believe them. I'm not going to hold them to it, because I honestly want a polished product. So as far as we know, this video is going up on November 1st. They said it coming out in November. Don't get your hopes up. I doubt it's going to be the first, second, third day in November. Probably not even the first week. As far as we know, it's going to come out November 30th. I think there's no 31st in November. I'm pretty sure, if I remember right. But it could come out the very last day in November, as far as we know. So don't get your hopes too high. Don't think it's going to be, tomorrow or the next day. But I don't know. That's that. What else did they talk about? They brought back the things. Blah blah blah. They showed the new tile set. The new tile set that comes after you defeat, or after. I don't want to say you defeat the queens, because we don't know. But after the War Within, and it's really cool. It's kind of like an assault mode. I forgot exactly what they called it. Maybe it's called assault or something, but it looks intriguing. Also the endless mission types, being able to select another relic after the fifth wave of the 5th and 10th and whatever waves of like survivals or defenses or whatever, is going to be awesome. We're now going to be able to farm our prime parts much easier than before. I mean, technically you could have just jumped in a fissure mission or whatever and gone the 5 waves and bailed immediately and then gone in for another 5 waves, and it would be the same thing. You would get a part for every 5 waves. But it kind of is going to save you some time. You're going to be able to sit in missions, and you and a crew of people could potentially just try and farm very specific parts over and over and over again, and kind of work together to acquire frames or parts or weapons or whatever by using those relics. So that's cool. I'm excited for that. Looks like we are done here. So if there's something I did not cover, I'll try to cover it in the next episode. There's kind of a lot to go over. I have a feeling there's a couple things that I missed out on. Oh, also, today's going up. I just want to throw this in there real quick. Today, if you guys are interested, it's up to you guys. I'm doing a Devil May Cry playthrough. I've actually already done the playthrough. I have the video set up starting today. The day this video goes up at 4 Eastern time. Every other day there will be an episode of Devil May Cry, which is technically the first, according to the story, but it's the most recent Devil May Cry that came out. So if you guys are interested in that, check that out. Other than that, I will see you guys tomorrow for... actually, I'll see you in the assassination that goes up today as well, but I will also see you in tomorrow's assassination and maybe some more daily stuff. So thank you. Until next time. Blow! Let's get in here. Awesome. Ooh, this is a big deal. I guess these doors, this is the best way to utilize the cover. I get. Oh my goodness, seriously. Alright, let's get another Bursa on our team.